Hi there, it's me again, Sonja from the Art of Stamping, with another card making tutorial. Yes, it's true, another video tutorial after just 1 week. I can hardly believe it myself, but I've really done it. Awesome, isn't it? Well, however, I'm again guest designing for Creative Smile Stamps today, and this time I want to show you how I've created this cute bear card. It may look very clean and simple at first, but it actually is a card with a twist. Because, as you see here, the panel is not firmly adhered to the card base, but is removable and can be used as a bookmark. Clever, isn't it? Well, not so much, I guess, because the idea really isn't new, but I like it nonetheless, and so I thought I might share it with you. For this card, I've again used 2 stamp sets by Creative Smile Stamps. The first one's a German sentiment set called Ausflippen, and the second one is the hugely popular Poppin' Over, with those cute little critters staring at you over the rim of anything with a frame or edge you could imagine. To create my card, I furthermore needed 3 differently cut pieces of cardstock and 2 pieces of adhesive magnetic foil. I've included the exact measurements I've used on an image showing up in a few seconds, but I will also list them on my blog so you can stresslessly write them down there. For the 2 magnets, I've used leftovers from a sheet of magnetic foil I used to create a Christmas calendar last year. You really only need tiny pieces. 1 by 1 centimeters or half an inch by half an inch would be definitely enough. And if you can't find foil with an adhesive back, use strong double-sided tape to stick the pieces to the insides of your bookmark base. Just make sure you stick them down with the opposite poles facing one another so that they really pull together instead of being repelled. Here I start by inking up my image with archival jet black ink. It's a waterproof ink, and I'm using it because I want to do some watercoloring on my image later on. I'm also using watercolor paper for my bookmark's front panel for that reason. And you see here I'm doing all stamping with my MISTI, and that really paid off, because here you see that stamping on watercolor paper can be tricky. If you look closely, you can see that my first impression wasn't very good. Thanks to the MISTI, however, I could stamp it several times on top of each other without any flaws to ensure a real crisp impression. For my coloring, I'm using the Kashasai watercolor brush pens. They're very similar to the Kuretake Zigs that are all the rage right now, and I bought them because they were easier to get hold of here in Germany. I've already played around with them a bit, and I must admit that I really like them. However, I'm missing some of the softer tones that come with the Zigs, so please don't tell anybody. I've recently talked myself into buying a set of those too, but unfortunately they haven't arrived yet. Well, no matter how, I'll now start coloring my image. I'll speed up the process and play some music and be back in between to tell you a bit how I've created the rest of my scene. Enjoy! So now I've finished coloring my bear, I'm going to create my background doing some sponging with the aid of custom stencils. I'm using Memento inks in Love Letter and Denim Blue for that, a brick stencil cut with my silhouette, and a scallop circle die cut from chipboard to use for my clouds. in the seams between my bricks with a grey brush pen. I'm just drawing a very small grey line right next to the bricks, immediately watering it down with my paintbrush and distributing the color from there. Okay, and here you see that I've rounded the corners of my card base and stamped and heat embossed my sentiment. Unfortunately, my camera was off when I did this, and I only realized it when it was too late. Sorry for that. When I looked at my card, I wasn't yet satisfied. I wanted my image to stand off a bit more and decided to give it a small frame. As I didn't want the bookmark to become too bulky, I didn't do any thick layering, but rather added kind of an inline frame. I cut off 2 millimeters of paper from both sides of my panel and also cut two 2mm stripes of blue mirror cardstock. When gluing it all together, I started laying down those stripes first so that I could afterwards insert my scene easily. And with that, my bookmark card was almost ready. As an afterthought, I added some basic stamping and embossing to the card base afterwards and off camera, so that the card still retains an image even if the bookmark is used for what it was made for. As I didn't have a suitable stamp for the sign and the word tschüss, I added them by hand using a black marker. And that's my finished card and bookmark. I hope you liked this tutorial and found it helpful. Thanks for watching. Should you have any questions or remarks, just comment on my blog or the YouTube section below. I'll try to answer them as good as I can. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Have a nice day. Bye.